Coverage of the 1997 Illinois High School Association Boys Class AA Soccer Championships is proudly presented by Country Companies Insurance. When it matters most, the country's behind you. And by Pepsi. Nothing else is a Pepsi. The AA Soccer Finals features the Vikings of Palatine Fremd High School against the Tigers of downstate Edwardsville. Well, welcome to Norris Field here in St. Charles, where a funny thing happened to the two-time defending state champions on the way to a three-peat. The home team, the St. Charles Saints, upset in the semifinals by downstate Edwardsville. Quite an upset to be sure. Hello again, everybody. I'm Mike Lederman, joined as usual by Ed Vicinic. The Class AA State Soccer Championships, upstate versus downstate. Quite a thrill for the folks from Edwardsville to be here.
No question about it, Mike. And you know, there is something missing here, being that this is the home field of St. Charles. But you know what? Edwardsville didn't get here by mistake. They cut their teeth in a very tough part of the state, playing tough soccer in a tough sectional, so they're not here by accident.
Mark Schwarzkopf is the he is the coach of Edwardsville. And if a lot of folks are surprised to have his Tigers here, well, he is not.
You know, I have a lot of confidence in the players. They work hard as a team. We're a very close-knit group that's developed considerable camaraderie amongst themselves. So I don't think it's really that surprising. Plus the fact that we are still somewhat of an unknown. We're representing the southern part of the state. So obviously up here, people just don't know enough about us. So, which is probably good.
Well, they're about to find out. They are an extremely large team. Very strong up the middle and on the back line.
Yeah, you know what? On the back line, they're led by goalkeeper Matt Evers, and we're going to have the pleasure of seeing a couple of excellent goalkeepers tonight. Evers has had some time with the state program, and he's been part of the national pool as well. Very good in the air. He's just a strong keeper all around. As far as the midfield goes,
good.
Well, they're about to find out. They are an extremely large team. Very strong up the middle and on the back line.
Yeah, you know what? On the back line, they're led by goalkeeper Matt Evers, and we're going to have the pleasure of seeing a couple of excellent goalkeepers tonight. Evers has had some time with the state program, and he's been part of the national pool as well. Very good in the air. He's just a strong keeper all around. As far as the midfield goal goes, Zach Evans is their defensive midfielder. He's going to be winning a lot of balls in front of the defense. He's got great vision, and when he wins the ball, he's able to possess it and get it up the field. He kind of starts their offense.
All right, well, what about the other guys? Palatine Fremd, they were expected to get here. Not a lot to be sure, but ranked number 2 in the state. Now, they were all charged up to play St. Charles. We asked Coach Jerry Pagliani if it changes his strategy with a different opponent.
I don't think it's going to change our strategy. We're going to try to stay with our basic plan, play direct from the back, work the outside with our speed, and try to give the ball to Lentin up front and let him do his things.
Well, speed is a key for Palatine Fremd. They have lots of it.
Yeah, and Lantin, that guy he talked about, Christian Lantin, their leading goal scorer, 22 goals on the season. He's got excellent acceleration over 10 to 15 yards. He's a great one-on-one player, and obviously he can find the net. That other goalkeeper I'm talking about, Doug Warren, only a junior. He's been playing with the national team youths, U15s through U17s for the last 2 years. He just has that air of confidence that you need in a goalkeeper. He's a good one.
All right, we'll have the kickoff in just a minute. A beautiful night for soccer. Not a trace of snow or ice. What's wrong with this picture? We'll bring you the kickoff right away. Let's check out the situation here as we once again greet you from Norris Field in St. Charles. Nice crowd on hand. And there you're taking a look at the Edwardsville Tigers, and we'll show you their starting lineup. It is senior laden. Hunnicky, Kopinski. Kopinski's had 3 goals the last 2 games. LaRose, 6'2", about 190. And the freshman Luckett in there at the midfield. On the back line, Deist, Beish, McCoy, Salentic, Kuba, and Leifritz, an outstanding sweeper back. The keeper, another big fella. He is 6'4", 180 pounds, Matt Evers. And that is a scary suit to be trying to shoot against. Over on the other side, there is Christian Lantin, the striker, along with Litrenta, who has got a couple of goals in the last couple of games. Giannone, DeSalvo, and Tamano in the midfield. And again, a lot of experience back there with DeGrave. Dan DeGrave, a senior sweeper back. The goalie is Doug Warren. Warren, with 8 shutouts on the year, has been in goal for this Fremd team literally since his freshman year. So a couple of good backstops to shoot at. This should be a low-scoring game. We take a look at Edwardsville in the black uniforms with the white trim. And get a look at the weather, the temperature, a nice brisk 40 degrees. The winds had been kicking up at about 20 miles an hour. They have stopped now. They are coming out of the north. The forecast, well, you couldn't ask for much better, Ed. Cloudy and cool.
You said it early, Mike. What are we doing here? Usually it's snowing or raining, a bunch of mud. I mean, this is a beautiful night to play soccer. Once these guys get going, it's going to be perfect.
The Vikings in their white uniforms with the green shorts. They are coached by Gerardo Pagnani, Italy's gift to IHSA soccer. And there you see Kyle Kapinski, big guy, 6'2", 180, 3 goals in the tournament, and part of the fans, part of the crowd here at St. Charles. St. Charles, by the way, won the third place game over Rockford Boylan 4-0. But here it is, the championship game. Edwardsville looking for its first title, and the Vikings of Fremd looking for their second.
Talked a little bit about the caliber of play downstate. We all know Granite City and Collinsville have stacked up a few state championship trophies in their time. Now it's Edwardsville with a chance to add to the downstate honors.
Just a momentary hold up here. Our officials for tonight, Frank Rago, the man in the middle, and we kick it off with Edwardsville in black going from our right to our left. And the action early in the midfield. Right away starting, it's Matt Monticello for Vikings, for Fremd. Getting it down. And right on goal for Matt Evers to let his team set. Evers kicking into the wind, but you see he's got a strong leg. Edwardsville on the attack. A shot on goal by Kapinski, but an easy chance for Doug Warren. And Warren kicking now. Over to Luckett, the freshman. Luckett to Zach Evans. Evans plays it across, and it's taken away by Tamano of Fremd. Fremd again in the white. Edwardsville in the black.
You got an idea there what John Tamano can do. He is also a guy that has played with the U17 national team. Has himself some great skills in the midfield, able to get himself time and space when he needs it.
This is the salvo, number 20 for Fremd. And the salvo working over to the right side. DeMars, number 3. It'll be a throw-in for Fremd. DeMars will take it, but he'll give it over to DeSalvo. DeSalvo again, number 20, and they will pack him in. Salvo looking inside, across in front, and very quickly to make the play is Evers.
Evers reacted well on that because a couple of defenders in front of him totally missed on that ball, and that ball came through dangerous. Evers was off his line quickly to get it.
Well, you're probably seeing the 2 top keepers, certainly in the tournament, if not in the state. And we get our first whistle, get a foul going against Edwardsville.
The direct kick for the Vikings.
Very quickly, we'll take a look at the road. How these teams got here. You can see Granite City, that in the in the sectionals, and Bloomington, then Farragut in the quarterfinals, St. Charles in the semifinals. That's how Edwardsville got to this route. And we'll show you what Fremd did in just a minute as the action again continues.
Throw in for the Vikings.
I'm sure you're asking yourself, how do you come back after beating a team like St. Charles early in the day and then come back and have to play a state championship game? Mark Fordstuff said, you know what, this team has been just focused on game by game the entire season and really didn't look at St. Charles as, while we're playing St. Charles, they just looked at St. Charles as an obstacle to get to where they needed to be. So this is where they want to be. Let's see what they got.
Kapinski in the midfield, number 15 for Edwardsville. Plays it across to Dan Deist, and it'll be a throw-in
for the Tigers.
For the Tigers of Edwardsville.
Get a look at how big Dan Deist is. There are 4 starters in the Edwardsville lineup that goes 6 foot or more. They're a big team. And obviously, Fremd, one of their keys to the game is keeping the ball on the floor and not allow the Tigers to go in the air.
Yeah, they don't want to get into a heading campaign with guys who are 6'2" and better.
Especially when your sweeper is 5'9". Right. That's what Fremd goes with. That guy right there, Dan DeGrave.
Dan DeGrave makes the play there. It'll be a goal kick. As the teams are feeling each other out, obviously they know very little about each other.
Another thing, and we mention this all the time, Mike, but I think it needs to be mentioned again. These teams are playing their 3rd game in 24 hours. They play Friday and then 2 on Saturday. I mean, that's a tough thing to do.
It's an adrenaline special, no question. And that's what will take these teams. Both teams are pretty badly nicked up. And we take a look at the Fremd road to the finals with the big win over Hersey, then Libertyville in the super sectional, Lincoln Way in the quarterfinals, and then, of course, the win in the semifinals against Boylan, 3-2 on penalty kicks. Again, if you're just joining us, Fremd is in the white, Edwardsville in the black. Fremd trying to get across midfield right now with DeSalvo working the ball, but it's taken away by Dan Deist. Deist of Edwardsville brings it up to Kopinski. Kopinski moves well for a big guy. He's being marked in there and swept away by Melendez, Steve Melendez, the senior sweeper back.
On that little tack up field, Kopinski and Haneke kind of got their signals crossed a little bit. And the attack broke down.
No real dominance to this point. Early in the action, Zach Evans, number 10, we spotlighted him in the opening of the program. Over to Deist. Deist tries to play it in the middle, and it is cleared out of the way by Matt Monticello. About 5 minutes gone here in the first half. Again, 40-minute halves in high school soccer. And we have no score. Mike Liederman, Ed Vicinic, Greg Bowman sitting in the big chair with our Sports Channel crew tonight. Happy to be bringing you the Class AA state finals. This is the first year of the 2-tiered soccer system. Trying to move on DeGrave. It is Evans, and ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Fremd.
Dan DeGrave might only be 5'9" and 160 pounds, but he shows himself well going against a big 6-footer and Dan Deist. Get a good look at Matt Monticello, one of the 5 seniors.
A couple of assists on the year for Monticello. He plays it in. And again in the midfield, the salvo for Fremd. Headed away. Fremd coming now on the attack. This is Lontine. Lontine can move in the open field, but taken away nicely by Leifertz. And Leifertz trying to play it up to his teammate. Official says play on. Headed over there by Kopinski. And back it comes as Fremd tries to go to the attack, but broken up and taken away by Evans. This is Evans, number 10. Playing it over here on the left wing to the freshman Ryan Luckett. Luckett again in there because Josh Haynes, who normally plays the position, suffered a swollen eye and a possible concussion. He is out for the final. Not even dressed tonight. Monticello again tries to clear for Fremd. Nice footwork by John Tamano at midfield. Taken away, though, by Edwardsville. As we see the other big guy, Chris LaRose, number 8. Well, once again, no clear dominance. Much of the action, Ed, in the midfield. Now it comes down as Fremd is trying to push away, and they go with Lontine. Lontine, again, very dangerous. This time he works the left wing. Lontine tries to cross in front. And Lontine, did Latrenta get it, or was it Lontine? It's a goal, a beautiful cross to Latrenta, and Lou Latrenta, 6 foot, 170-pound senior, a beautiful play, 2 goals in the semifinal. He had a couple in the quarterfinal. He has been on fire. 32:45 left in the first half.
Watch, here we go, as Lontine had a lot of room to cross that ball, and then sneaking in at the back post was Latrenta. He had a lot of space as McCoy Salentic was a little bit late getting over there at the back post, and really Evers had no chance. But this is Lontine creating stuff out on the wing. They didn't close down the space quickly enough. He was able to get the cross to the back stick, and there was Latrenta. That's a nice run from number 22, and that duo of Latrenta and Lontine have been scoring goals all season long for Fremd.
For Latrenta, goal number 18 And for Lantine, his 8th assist of the season. A beautiful play. Now the freshman, another freshman for Edwardsville, Luke Kremmelmeyer, number 12, comes in, and he has been a spark plug for them off the bench. Trenta, meanwhile, has been really exceptional, along with Lantine up there as the markers. Or rather, as the strikers.
Mike, you said that was really the first attack to goal by either team, and Fremd comes away with a goal on it. And I really think these two teams are struggling with the fatigue of the third game in 24 hours. They look slow to the ball so far, but now that a goal's been scored, let's see if the pace picks up a little bit.
Well, you must think that it's much more of an advantage for Fremd to score the first goal than Edwardsville. Edwardsville does not score a lot, does not like to come from behind. Fremd, more firepower, and again, if they can dominate early, they can try to run away and hide. Coming back now for Edwardsville, that's Evans, number 10. Meanwhile, Lantine, and it comes up again to Edwardsville on the left wing to Luckett. Romano, number 17 for Fremd and White. Here we go to Lantine again, but he has it taken away. Tried to keep it in bounds off McCoy Salente. And we talked to Coach Jerry Pagnani, and here are his comments.
Lantine has unbelievable skills, and one-on-one situations almost unstoppable.
Talking about Christian Lantine, almost unstoppable is true. Lantine, 22 goals on the season, the high scorer for either team right here. 1-0 Fremd. We're just getting started. About 10 minutes gone here in the first half. DeMars heads it, but it's intercepted by Edwardsville. Now trying to play it out with Zach Evans, number 10. Across it goes, and it'll be a throw-in for Fremd.
For the Vikings.
Meanwhile, the broadcast rights to the IHSA State Championships has been granted to Sports Channel and Intersport Television by the Illinois High School Association. Let's change that. The broadcast rights have been granted. Let's be grammatic. This is a high school broadcast. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this event without the written consent of Sports Channel, Intersport Television, Ed Wysinek, or Greg Bowman on the IHSA is strictly prohibited. Ball out of the way. Still 1-0 Fremd High School here in the state finals.
Matt Evers has been getting the majority of the goalkeeper work in this game so far, as Doug Warren down at the other side hasn't been doing much. You saw Joe DeSalvo down on the wing that last attack downfield for Fremd, and there he is with the ball again.
Fremd again to the attack with Trenta. And Edwardsville still having trouble getting the ball out of their own end that time. A little bit of a misplay by Melendez, but Fremd comes right back to DeMars. This is Tyler DeMars, probably the smallest guy in the field at 5'5". He plays it up to LaTrenta, and LaTrenta looking for Lantine, and we get a whistle. There'll be a throw in the other way.
Talking about Tyler DeMars, tough little player, 5'5", as you said, 135, only a junior, but he runs the right wing from the halfback position for the Vikings, and gets in and gets stuck in on balls. He's not afraid to go 50-50 with somebody.
And a lot of juniors, several juniors in the lineup for Fremd. They can play as many as 6 or 7 at one time. Because they're upperclassmen too. But here's DeSalvo. They play juniors across the midfield line exclusively. This is DeSalvo over to Lantine. Lantine right foots it, but not on goal. Wait, watch the way Lantine moves it. I love it.
He's very smooth with the ball, and definitely has an idea of what he's doing when the ball comes to his feet. He attacks and attacks and attacks, and you heard Coach Pagnani say this guy has one-on-one skills. That's what he's supposed to do, attack the defense, maybe draw another defender over, and then lay it off if he can. Get a nice strike.
Once again, now remember, too, that Fremd is working with a 10-mile-an-hour wind at its back. And that has been a factor here in the semifinal games, although the wind was closer to 20 miles an hour, I think, this morning. Still, it does impact the offense.
One of the things that Coach Schwarzkopf wanted to do in this game as a key to winning was maintain possession and then create from there. So far, in the first 10 minutes, 13 minutes of the game, the Tigers haven't been able to do that yet. Gain possession and then keep possession.
Well, we got a foul here, so we're going to have a direct kick for Fremd. And we'll Show you that a little bit as you see Kopinski come in and sit Tamano down. Coming across is Giannone, Brian Giannone. Via Fremd High School. Out of bounds it goes over the touchline, and once again, Fremd will maintain possession. It's been pretty much a Vikings offense so far this first half. 27 minutes left, so we've played about 13. He figured that one out by his own self. Throwing for the Vikings.
You can put your shoes back on now, Mike.
Thank you very much. Beautiful night out here in St. Charles. Unless, of course, you're a Saints fan. They fully expected to be here in this final, and they are watching. They did take the third place game, but these two teams now, Edwardsville and Fremd, going for the title that St. Charles held the past 2 years. DeMar's on the throw-in. And he gets over to Tamano. Tamano goes the other way to DeSalvo. Joe DeSalvo working. And that's Giannone. Sends it on goal, but headed nicely away by the defense.
Fremd has done an excellent job of, when they get possession, to keep the ball on the foot of a guy wearing a white jersey. They've moved it into space, knocked it around, and they're not really anxious to go forward time after time after time. If there's nothing forward, they'll knock it back, spread things out, and try to go forward again.
Good long ball by DeGrave, but just a little too long for Latrenta. The goalkeeper made the save, but Latrenta was right in his face. Those two strikers have to be marked consistently, otherwise they could shake free in an instant. Again, one more time, it's DeSalvo coming for Fremd. And DeSalvo got a whistle.
Tamano got it.
Tamano got whacked. Another foul. Right here with Fremd leading 1-0. We will take a break and come back to action in just a minute. Back to St. Charles. That's the situation. 1-0 Fremd. They scored at 7:15. 25 minutes now left to go here in the first half. DeGrave for Fremd sends the ball away, but it's returned immediately by Alex Beish from the back line. Very little offense for Edwardsville. It has been mostly Vikings on the attack, and the Vikings have the one goal from Latrenta, again at 7:15 on a beautiful header off the feet from Lantine. Coming through is Giannone, and Giannone sends this one, well, it might have been good for a field goal, but wrong sport.
One of the things that Fremd is doing very well right now, and Edwardsville needs to correct or do a little bit better job of it, is the midfield in Fremd is really done well with their interplay. A lot of small give and goes. They've got support around, and as of yet, the Tiger midfield hasn't been able to win and keep possession of the ball and create a little bit from there. They've spent the early portion of this game chasing around midfielders like Tamano and DeSalvo.
I believe unofficially they don't have, Edwardsville does not have a shot on goal yet, do they, Ed? That's about right. And this is the closest to offense that Edwardsville has in a while, but taken away again by the folks in green and white. Here comes Fremd on the attack with Latrenta. And played up looking for Giannone, but too far.
Going for the Tigers.
Now Edwardsville comes back on the attack, but again, out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Tigers.
Look at the sweeper for the Tigers, one of the tri-captains.
Tim Leifritz, 170-pound senior. Throw-in for the Tigers and headed away by Fremd, so it'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville again. Dan Deist, good look at him. 6-foot senior, 9 goals on the season, tops on the team. Again, not a lot of goal scorers here. Deist throws in, looks inside, cleared away by DeSalvo. And this is Kremmelmeyer, Luke Kremmelmeyer, the freshman, number 12 for Edwardsville, but he has ridden off the ball. And back out it comes to the midfield. Edwardsville trying to get something going here as you look at Zach Evans, number 10, trying to set up some offense, and he gets it over to Alex Beish. Beish trying to work the right wing. And again, broken up by the Vikings. Fremd on the attack again. One more time. It's Tamano. Sends it up looking for DeMars on right wing, but too far.
Mike, just prior to the ball coming over to this side, Edwardsville actually had an opportunity over there to settle the play down a little bit, possess it, and you know, keep possession of the ball before going forward. They got anxious and knocked the ball forward. That was kind of 50-50. Lost possession, and now here comes Fremd.
DeMars comes out. Number 3, Brian Matsui comes in. Number 14, another senior. And they don't pick up any height. They're both 5'5". Throw in by DeSalvo. Once again comes across Giannoni, and Giannoni trying to turn. And out it comes, cleared by the defense, but sent right back in by Matt Monticello for Fremd. Nicely breaking out is Edwardsville. Diced. And back it comes one more time to Evans. And Evans trying to clear, but still stymied by the green and white. Now a ball coming up on the right wing. And still Edwardsville cannot capitalize. 21 minutes left to go here in the first half. Fremd leads 1-0. Good look at Kremmelmeyer, the freshman, and with him, Chris Marinelli, a sophomore. So a couple of the younger players, one for each team. Here comes a direct kick coming. And that's about as close as they've come for Edwardsville so far, as Leifritz teed that one up a little bit wide.
Not a bad idea by Leifritz. It looked like
from 50 yards.
Yeah, it looked like Doug Warren was cheating a little bit to the front post, and he got a good whack on it instead of trying to play to a teammate 6 to 12 yards out. He went for the back stick, and Doug was in a little bit of a scramble to get back.
Again, looking for Matsui. And here once again is Tamano. And Tamano, nice move over to Latrenta, but it's taken away. And the freshman Luckett, we get a whistle.
That's a good play there by Monticello. He's giving away a lot of size to that boy right there, Kyle Kopinski. And Monticello did well to get around him and not allow Kopinski to shield the ball.
Again, they try to play it into Chris LaRose. And it goes over the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for Fremd.
Flag was up. Mike is offside.
They call it offside.
Fremd did a great job as a team to rush up,
yeah.
and they caught a couple of lagging strikers wearing black jerseys.
Under 20 minutes to go, first half. Fremd has been the story on offense. They have a 1-0 lead, Latrenta, but it's taken away nicely. Sent back by Corey Kuba, one of the marking backs. DeSalvo, number 20, and he sends it on. Looking for, but too far for Lantine. And Evers right there.
He's definitely one of the keys for the Edwardsville Tigers to get a victory here. Solid game.
Matsui. The 50-50, and it comes back, though, to Zach Evans. Evans goes down. We get a whistle. It'll be a foul against Matsui of Fremd.
Zach Evans right there. Excellent first touch on the ball, and normally when the ball heads his way, he's going to get it under control quickly. That allows him to get his head up and see what's happening.
It wasn't Matsui who tripped him. Actually, it was Tamano, right? Gave him a little bit of just a little shot around the ankles. Evans trying to work around. Down it comes, looking for Kremmelmeyer. Kremmelmeyer left puts it right on goal, but an easy play for the keeper. And Doug Warren gets a chance to boot it out with the wind.
It's a pretty good turn down there by Kremmelmeyer. His momentum actually was taken away from goal, and he was able to swing the left foot around and get it in the penalty area.
Tamano now looking to go cross, wasn't there, and this is Dan McCambridge, number 15. For Fremd, and once again trying to work out of its own defensive position is
Throwing for the Tigers.
Edwardsville, and throw in here coming from the far sideline. And here comes Edwardsville, broken up again, but Edwardsville now has an opportunity. Matsui comes in there and breaks it up again. Coming through is Diced, and on goal, but again, not much of a challenge for Doug Warren. Although we're seeing it for the first time, a little bit of offense starting to come from the folks in black.
No question about it. Dan Deist has definitely got a nose for the goal. Made a great anticipation run to intercept that ball coming out, and then after a few moves was able to get a whack on it toward goal.
Rose has it broken up by Mitsui, and back it comes. Once again, Edwardsville trying to move on offense. Can't get it out of the midfield. Broke it up again by Melendez of Fremd and sent down with nothing but white jerseys around it.
You know what, though, Mike? Edwardsville is becoming a lot more composed with the ball as this game wears on a little bit.
Watch Lantine now. He's got some open field. Lantine, he's got Latrenta with him. Is Latrenta onside? He is. But again, a little bit long. Good play. Those two work so well together.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. A couple of seniors there, they really know where the other guy is going to make the run. And you saw Lantine there headed to his left. He made the quick stop, looked up, and Latrenta is making that run on the right side. Great understanding of one another.
Well, the shots look pretty close, but really Edwardsville's shots have not been much of a challenge. Actually, the only real tough chance was the goal.
Right.
16 minutes left in the first half. Fremd on the early goal by Latrenta leads 1-0. The AA championships here on Sports Channel. Fremd again trying to work. Broken up nicely by the defense for Edwardsville. Fremd again in the middle. It's DeSalvo, and DeSalvo can't control once again. Now it's Evans trying to come across, and we get a whistle.
Looks like John Tamano got hit in the face or something. He was bent over there, and
it's the referee, Frank Rago, checking him over, looking for any kind of blood. Of course, if there is any blood, he's got to go off and be attended to. Rule put in a couple of years ago at a lot of different levels.
Seeing a few stars, no question about it.
While we have a minute, next weekend, don't miss the best in IHSA cross country and girls volleyball championship coverage. The girls and boys Class A and AA cross country championships. They begin Saturday at 12 noon. Then Sunday, the girls hit the court at noon for the Class A and AA volleyball state titles right here on Sports Channel with music accompaniment. You better believe it.
Ball against the Vikings. Direct kick for the Tigers.
This is first-class stuff here, you know.
All right. Now we have a whistle, so we're going to have a direct kick for Fremd.
Foul was on Matt Monticello, who came in and tried to deny the ball up front.
For Edwardsville, rather. Kopinski booms it on, but it is to the right. Kopinski
Full kick for the Vikings.
is going for it all. He just blasted it. Was it
Load up
wide?
there.
Yeah, wide left.
Load.
Scott Bush is now in and trying to go for some offense. Bush, who's been injured most of the year.
Bush had a key penalty kick goal.
Yeah.
And they went over Libertyville for Fremd on the way here. That was in the Super Sectionals.
Tore a ligament. I believe the second game of the season has been really hampered by that, but came in for the big kick.
Good ball.
Cross in front and scooped up by Doug Warren.
Well, Scott Bush did a great job there just getting in front of Dan Deist, who was making the far post run. All he did was hinder the run just a little bit, make sure that he was in the area. Deist couldn't get to that ball. Great ball sent across.
Still 1-0 Fremd. As the Vikings start to move, broken up by Edwardsville, and Edwardsville tries, and Fremd returns the favor with Marinelli. Coming across, Edwardsville looking down the right side for the freshman, and goes out of bounds. Intended for Kremmelmeyer, couldn't handle it, lost his footing. Under 14 minutes to go first half. More substitutions for Edwardsville. As you look at Zach Evans, number 10. Still 1-0 as you see. Fremd, and up high.
The handball was called on the way in. Is
Direct kick for the Vikings.
Justin Haneke. Tried to get away with one there. Frank Rago right on.
There's a good look at Haneke, and there we'll see the play again.
Here he comes.
Right. Boom. Yeah. Can't do that.
Nope.
Nope. Can't do that.
It's against rules.
Key in the semifinals. St. Charles apparently had tied up the game at 2-2, but the officials again right on it, saw an offside and waved off the goal. And the score stood up 2-1 for Edwardsville. With Evans looking in the middle for the Tigers, taken away by Tamano.
Edwardsville got up 2-0 in that game and then basically just bunkered up.
Well, you can't bunker up for 40 minutes, and it almost cost them, but it worked. St. Charles came back and was moving the ball exceptionally well all second half long, but 2 goals were more than they could surmount. And Edwardsville played beautifully on defense.
Great work there by Zach Evans, who just allowed Mitsui to lose the ball on his own.
Sends a nice ball up the right wing, but nobody there except DeGrave for Fremd. Here come the Vikings on the attack. Played up once again to Lontine and back. Scott Bush, number 7. Down it comes left side. Evans after it. Won by Fremd. And we get a whistle.
That was one of the few times that Fremd has attacked on the wings. You know, they're a faster team. A faster team than Edwardsville, and they got the ball. That one was just a little bit too far for Lontine to handle, and Leifers did a good job of getting over there. But I think Coach Bignani probably, if you asked him, would prefer that his team went a little more wide than they have so far in this game. But that's going to require the outside midfielders to get out and show themselves on the wings.
Latrenta trying to work on the dribble, looks for Scott Bush. Bush on left wing, left foots it in on the cross. And he had Latrenta there, but the keeper was there first, so Evers makes the play. Once again, Latrenta hanging around that net.
I think that was Corey Kubo who got the initial head on the ball for Edwardsville, and then he lost track of it, and it was almost big trouble for the Tigers.
Once again, Edwardsville, as we approach the 30-minute mark here in the first half.
Good look at Scott Bush.
Yeah, there's Scott Bush.
When we talked about that PK against Libertyville, he had been practicing that all week long. He's one of their PK specialists and made a big contribution to the Fremd cause.
Nothing. The score remains. And Patrick Bratsos, number 47, in for Fremd, number 47 in white.
He's got a head on the ball.
And there he is. Disarmed. So I hope his mom and dad are happy now. And will be a throw in for Edwardsville over here right in front of us.
You know, we talked about how big Edwardsville is and how relatively not big that Fremd is, but you know what? Their defenders as a group are very aggressive, and they're not afraid to lay a body on somebody, and Monticello is one of the best there.
McCoy Salentic throws it in, and looks like Monticello was upended by Haneke. But they call the foul on Monticello. We'll show you this again.
Watch Monticello again. He doesn't care who's in front of him. He's going for that ball. Get out of my way. Here I come.
Set piece coming here as Leifritz lets it go. It's on goal, but again, an easy play for Doug Warren.
Well, when Edwardsville gets a chance on these dead balls and to knock one in without the play running, they need to get a ball in an area where Warren can't get to the ball that easily. Put it in the 6 to 12 yard area and obviously allow one of their attackers to get on the ball. So far, every free kick that they've taken have been right in the midst of Doug Warren.
Bush tries to get it in, and Scott Bush sends it over to Lontine. It is broken up by Edwardsville's defense and sent back to Grave. Plays it to Mitsui, but Mitsui overruns it or mistimes it. It'll be a throw-in for Edwardsville. We'll be back in a minute. Eight minutes, 15 seconds left to go here in the first half action. You see Fremd in white leading Edwardsville in black, 1-0. The only goal of the game so far, Latrenta of Fremd from Palatine. A beautiful cross and header at 7:15. And that has been it. Fremd has had lots more opportunities offensively. Meanwhile, there's Tim Burns for Edwardsville in black, and he can't control, so it'll be a throw, and we'll go back to the keeper.
Well, the last 10 minutes or so, we're seeing what a strong defender Matt Monticello is.
Now we get a
whistle here. They're going to rethrow this for some reason. Oh, a substitution for Fremd. That's what's happening. DeMars is coming in.
And also looks like Anthony Giacomo, number 9, as you look at Matt Monticello. And once again, he plays it back. Coming up to the 7-minute mark here. While we have a minute, I want to thank our spotters, John Balk for Fremd, Bruce Cooper for Edwardsville. They are doing yeoman work. We appreciate it. Once again, the Vikings on the attack. This is DeMars. And DeMars plays it nicely. Giannone tries to go across, and it's broken up by Edwardsville, and here we go again. Now it comes with Monticello, and he plays it back to the sweeper. DeMars, rather Dan DeGrave, and that could have been a little more exciting than the folks in green and white wanted.
Exactly. A mistake like that could cost you big, and you didn't expect that from the gray and the orange.
Evans now for Edwardsville, loses it. It'll be a throw-in. And that's Giacomo, number 9. And once again, we get a whistle. More substitutions coming in. This is DeMars, who will throw in.
17, John Tamano re-enters the lineup for the Vikings.
Tamano, who had had a brief rest, he comes back in. And this is Palatine, who's been quiet lately. And right there, you see him break through 2 defenders, now 3. But that time it looked like Leifritz was just a little more than he could handle. Nice play by Leifritz. Back out it comes to the midfield, and Fremd will reset. DeGrave sets it up in the middle to Tamano. And once again, this is Brazos, number 47. No clear dominance here, Ed. Everything seems to be midfield oriented right now.
I think Fremd has had a little bit better of the ball.
But take a look at Palatine, though. Palatine is onside, but he shoots it high. Just as we say that, Palatine sneaks behind the defense, gets a nice feed, a nice pass, and just one times it, but just a little high and a little bit wide.
He was lining up that right foot and just got a little bit inside. And we'll see it again as a nice ball sent across. Good run. It just got over the head of the defender there. And watch, here comes Palatine. He had time to take that down and strike it, but he thought he'd go for the early one. That would have been a highlight for him had it gone in.
But again, probably he had a little more time to work than he thought. Under 5 minutes to go here, first half. Still 1-0 Fremd. Edwardsville will throw in here. Isaac McCoy Salentic, number 16. Looked for Haneke, and he lost it, so it'll be a throw in the other way. Monticello plays it in to Tamano. Tamano, number 17, and he has got Melendez with him, number 23. Now Scott Bush, who's been playing a lot this evening. And once again, good position here for Fremd. Brazos across to DeMars. DeMars being marked. DeMars has it poked away nicely by the freshman Luckett.
Yeah, it's great work by Ryan Luckett there. Stayed right with DeMars, and once DeMars touched the ball a little bit too far in front of him, stepped in, poked it away, made the tackle.
Anthony Giacomo. And he tries to go for Tamano, and a little shove in the back, gets away with it. And on goal, DeMars.
Corey Kuba was coming out of his own defense there, and as he looked up to see where he could outlet the ball, he tripped a little bit, and that put the ball right on the foot of a Fremd attacker.
Well, Wayne DeMars, he just teed that one up, and it came literally out of nowhere after that slip. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go. 1-0 Fremd. The score remains. Edwardsville again clears. And Doing a nice job riding off the Fremd attacker is Tim Burns, and Burns sends it back. Can Edwardsville get something going here? McCoy Salentic, he is tripped up.
Well, he got himself in trouble with his first touch there. He had plenty of time, and first touch knocked it a bit too forward and got himself into trouble. Watch here. Look, that one goes a little forward. Oh, now the defender's on him, and contact is made.
Edwardsville tries to send it down, and once again, it's Tamano. We've been calling his name a lot, looking deep for Lontine. Lontine gets the right foot on it, but doesn't have quite enough there. Good play by Corey Kuba, who was marking him at the time. Lontine did get the right foot on it, but not enough steam to get it past the keeper.
He's got great acceleration and handles the ball with speed very well also.
And another one of the Vikings banged up. Christian Lontine. Leg problems, muscle problems.
I saw him with an ice bag on his hip prior to
I got that too. At this point, you know, everybody's in it. Last game of the season. We all go home after this no matter what. Right? And we all go home with trophies, but they want that number one. Looking on the left side for Bush. And Bush sends this one. That'll be a goal kick.
Great vision there by Giancoman, and I think Scott could have done better with that as well. He made a great overlapping run on the left side and then played it early.
Goal kick for the Tigers.
Final 90 seconds here of the first half. Fremd with the lone goal, leading it 1-0. And Edwardsville trying to mount some kind of attack. If they can keep it close, they might be able to sneak one in. Zach Evans up, and again, nothing but white shirts. This time coming through, but not quite there, was Haneke. And we're under a minute to go first half. Tamano for Fremd. Again to Lontine in the middle. Lontine has come up, and they send it back to Edwardsville, and the Fremd defense will cover.
Dangerous ball, but it did the trick.
Marinelli now. He plays it up to Brazos, and back to, they were playing a little give and go with DeMars, but Wayne stopped. Tyler DeMars stopped. And this one looks like it went off Giacomin, so it'll be a throw in with 20 seconds to go first half. Edwardsville looking for Luckett. Evans.
Counting down the time. 10, 9,
And
8,
the final seconds being counted off in the background.
5,
Both teams will head
3, 2,
to their respective locker rooms. Actually, they'll probably stay out on the field for halftime. So that's the end of the first half. From St. Charles, the crowd gives its approval as the Fremd Vikings have a 1-0 lead over Edwardsville. The Tigers can try to come roaring back in the next 40 minutes. We'll be back with halftime activities in just a moment. Back at halftime here at St. Charles High School, the state AA soccer champions. You see our trio video technicians scrambling to bring you the pictures and all the graphics, and we will now bring you, Ed Wasinick, looked like the highlight of the first half, which was the goal that combined the two strikers' talents for Fremd, Lontine and Lintrenta.
A little bit of a giveaway on the defense, and quickly on it is Lontine. And watch, it's not closed down quickly enough. He's able to look up, and there's his running mate. Lintrenta had the back stick. Evers got frozen there just a bit, and the defender late getting there. Watch Lontine. He's so good with the outside of his feet. And a good strike to get the ball across. Curling in. Lintrenta heads it down. No chance for Evers. That came about 7 minutes in.
Well, Lintrenta, his 18th goal of the season for Lontine, his 8th assist. They are the two high scorers on this Fremd team that is seeking its second state championship in its first tournament appearance in 4 years. The first half statistics, take them for what you will, and there really isn't much to take them for, Ed.
Well, the 5 shots by Edwardsville, not many were dangerous, but by the same token, Fremd didn't have a lot of dangerous chances on goal either, and the corner kicks say 0-0. I think there was at least one down here for Fremd, but that's what we get officially.
Not a lot of rhythm to this game.
No.
Again, not to belabor the point, when they've played 3 games in the
Yep.
space of a little more than 24 hours, there is a lot of fatigue, a lot of adrenaline, and you know that the next 40 minutes is going to be everything. The state championship on the line. You look at the Fremd players in white, the Edwardsville players in black. We will take one more break and bring you the second half kickoff. State championship on the line as we enter second half action. Fremd in white will be going from our right to our left. Edwardsville in the black with the white trim. I guess the key thing, Ed, for Edwardsville is to get those big guys moving.
Well, you know what? We haven't even mentioned the name of Chris LaRose much. He wears number 8. There he is for Edwardsville, and he's supposed to be the offensive midfielder. We talked about Zach Evans doing the job in front of the defense as the defensive midfielder. Well, Chris really hasn't gotten into the game much, and I think he needs to stamp it a little bit more. And we got 40 minutes left. Let's see what the Tigers have inside.
LaRose number 8, Kopinski number 15. Both are listed as 6'2", 185. But talking to Bruce Cooper, of course, who's very close to this team and is our spotter for Edwardsville. He said they're more like, and I stood next to them and I'll vouch for that, more like 6'4" each, 200 plus. So that's a lot of beef.
Isn't it amazing? In basketball, they're always padding it. In soccer, they're always trying to make them look smaller.
Edwardsville trying to go on the attack, looking for Luckett. And it'll be a throw-in for the Edwardsville Tigers. And it looks like, let's see who'll come over and take it. Probably Dan Dice. Oh, he's back in the crowd getting the run. So they're looking for LaRose. Nothing doing. It comes out of a lot of white jerseys. Back it comes to Zach Evans, and Zach Evans tries to play it over on the left side and kept in nicely. Meanwhile, DeMars takes it away. Tyler DeMars goes up the right side looking for and just out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in though. Last touch by Edwardsville.
Great stuff there from Fremd.
Nice quick throw-in, not letting the defense get set. Back it comes with Matt Monticello in pursuit. The goalkeeper takes care of that. But out of bounds, it'll be a throw-in over the touchline. Just the start of things here in the first half. Mike Liederman, Ed Basinik, Greg Bowman, our director tonight, with our Sports Channel crew. We greet you from St. Charles, Illinois. The last few years, it's been the home of the state finals. The last 2 years, the home team has won. Not this year. Brazzo's fighting out for it. Or was it Tamano? I think it was Tamano. No, it was Brazzo. There he is.
He laid a hip in, and they're going to call this at the edge of the box.
We'll have an indirect kick for the Tigers.
Watch the hip he laid in right there.
Right over there on Barnes.
I think Frank Grego's probably going to call obstruction on that because it's inside the box. So this is an indirect kick.
Meanwhile, Kopinski there, number 15. We'll see who's going to how this will play out. Obviously, the best offensive chance so far in this match. And straight over the crossbar. Not a lot of strategy there.
No.
Zach Evans teed it up and hit a 9-iron.
Not a lot of deception, but I thought Evans had a nice touch on the ball. Normally, a guy's going to drill it from there, but as the defense came racing out to close down the space, Evans just tried to loop it up and over, and didn't get enough curl on that. Just a bit outside.
Here's Doug Warren. Tee it up on the goal kick. Back out it comes to Trent off his head, so it'll be a Tigers throw-in. And we're going to see Alex Bache. There's LaRose back to Bache, and they try to play it up the right side to Luckett. Taken away by Fremd. Down goes number 23, Melendez. It looks like Luckett got a piece of him, so it'll be a foul and direct kick going the other way.
Melendez, a very tough defender, another senior. Watching him clipped as he went to strike the ball with his left foot.
Fremd on the attack right now. Looking in front, Lontine tries to break through. Lontine just wide left. Christian Lantin.
Shot is wide.
Boy, you know, if you just put your head down for a second, you saw him split the two defenders, and he had the opening.
Forget about one-on-one skills. That's one-on-three skills. And he's been surrounded by black shirts all game long. Just has that ability to slip through cracks. And I thought he was going to go down in the penalty area. They had a couple defenders in his wake. Got the shot toward goal and just slid it wide.
Here's Melendez, number 23, and it's broken up. Sent back to base, and base sends it down for Edwardsville. Nice hit to the middle, but overrun by Kopinski. Base coming over here. Trent on him, but Trent are trying to take it away with Melendez. It goes to Tamano, and we get a whistle because Dan Deist was all over Tamano.
Just a little bit slow stepping in there was LaRose and clipped Tamano. Tamano, he absorbs a lot of those fouls in the midfield because he's on the ball a lot. I mean, that's a guy that the Fremd offense works through.
And there he is again. From the midfield, headed away by Edwardsville. 1-0 for Fremd. Latrenta, the only goal of the game, and that came at the 8-minute mark. In the 8th minute at 7:15. Monticello trying to break things up, and another whistle. Be a foul against the Vikings.
Direct hit for the Tigers.
So Zach Evans will either set it up for somebody or put it in play. He's going to leave it there for his defense. Leifert.
Well, you look at this Edwardsville team, and so many of them play on a club team together. It's almost a year-round, you know, avocation for all these kids. Here they come through now, looking in the middle for Dan Deist.
Throw in for the
And
Tigers.
it'll be a throw in. Monticello will do it. But Edwardsville, with a lot of talent in that St. Louis area, has been able to, if not siphon a lot of it away from Granite City, certainly compete. Gene Baker, you know, has been here. He's had 10 titles. Granite City beaten twice by Edwardsville. Collinsville knocked off twice by Edwardsville as well. And they've been up here to the finals.
So far, Mike, for my money, that guy right there, Matt Monticello, is the player of the game for Fremd. I mean, this guy is quick to the ball, and he's fearless.
Full kick
Well,
for
if
the
he's
Vikings.
155 and he's going against a couple of 200-pounders, yeah, I guess you'd call him fearless. I'm sure some other folks have different adjectives. But he's getting the job done. He may hurt tomorrow, but it's going to feel good.
It hurts so good.
The lead, the thinnest, at 1-0. And
Quick heat called against the
going
Tigers.
up for the
Direct kick for
50-50
the
ball. We
Vikings.
got a push. Is going to be a foul against Edwardsville. Here's Tamano. Quickly restarts. Down the right wing, looking for Lantin. Lantin, that time taken away. And it'll be a throw-in for the Vikings. Leifritz. In fact, Leifritz has done a fine job back there as well, holding Lantin in check. Here's Marinelli, tries to play it to the middle. Back to Tamano. Nice move, Tamano, around two defenders. Now coming left, puts it into the middle on the cross, but broken up nicely by LaRose in the box area. Fremd wanted to call. The referee says play on. Now breaking down, here comes Edwardsville, and down, taken down by DeMars, is Zach Evans. And again,
Well, Edwardsville had a chance to come back there and counterattack, and they were really slow getting upfield. DeMars just went in for the tackle, and he took Evans out with it.
well, you talk about a feisty kid, too.
Yep, yeah, no doubt. Now, but, you know, on that last attack just before Lantin lost the ball, once again, it was the work of John Tamano. He has a great instinct of where there's space. And whenever he gets himself into a crowd, he's always able to take that one little touch to gain him a little more time, looks up, and he'll usually feed the ball somewhere very dangerous.
Warren gets it out to the midfield again. Edwardsville coming back, showing a little more life as Evans sends the ball down the left side. But the closest person there again is wearing white, and it's DeGrave, and it goes over the touchline. Throw in for Fremd. 8 minutes gone here in the second half. 1-0 for the Fremd Vikings.
Tamano again, he is up and down the field, always showing for the ball. Very comfortable on it.
Sent back in by Beish. And here is Alex Beish trying to set something up. It goes to the big guy, Kopinski, but it gets past him. DeGrave sends it out for Fremd. Back it comes to Mono, and it's cleared away by Monticello. Matt Monticello, we call his name again. Ratsos again stops an attack. And the whistle. Looks like DeMars. DeMars is not afraid to mix it up with anybody. Got a piece, I think. Burns that time. There's a good
Looks
look
like
at
Kopinski might have been hit.
Yeah, looks like he took one in the face. Seems to be okay. Kopinski, senior, 2 goals and an assist in the quarterfinal. He got a goal in the semi. Ooh, right there.
Yeah, that's going to sting a little.
It went right off the noggin.
That one might leave a mark.
Indirect kick for the Tigers.
So once again, as the clock is stopped momentarily, now we're starting play again. Edwardsville trying again. Coming through and firing wide and right is Beish.
Just before that, I think got a good shot at what Chris Marinelli has to deal with at 5'9", 150 pounds when he's on the back of Kopinski, who's 6'4", 200.
By the end of this, he's going to be about 6'7", 295. Kopinski again being attended to. He's having a discussion there with one of the officials. Is that he's got Frank Rago with him?
He's probably bleeding a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, and once again, time is stopped with just under 31 minutes to go. Kremmelmeyer's been sent out, and Kopinski is going to come in, get that bleeding patched up. There he is.
You know what, Mike, something we haven't talked much about is the loss of Josh Haynes, the Edwardsville Tigers, who plays an outside midfielder position, coming in as the freshman, Kremmelmeyer. But really, Haynes suffering what could be a concussion from the last game. He's a guy that is the darter that slices up the defense for Edwardsville, and the Tigers don't have a whole lot of team speed. He was one of the guys that provided it for them. And good points out of the line.
Really big loss for them. Once again, we get a foul as Dice was fouled, so Monticello was the guilty party. So here come the Tigers one more time. Coming up to 10 minutes gone here in the second half. Fremd and White leading it 1-0. Set piece coming. Leifritz to put the ball in play. Chips it. A lot of White in the middle. Once again, blocked by the defense. Good play by Fremd. Looks like DeGrave got a piece of the body on it as Kremmelmeyer had probably the best opportunity for Edwardsville so far tonight.
That was a good turn, and let's watch it again. I think it was Monticello that made the ultimate block, but good work here by the striker, and it was Kremmelmeyer. He's only a freshman, got a good turn. It was Monticello right in front of his keeper.
He's your MVP, and no reason to dispute that right now. Back it comes, blocked away by Fremd. Trenta made the block, couldn't get the ball up to him, and back come the Tigers. This is Leifritz moving in, and he's fouled.
The team trying to make a little something happen, coming all the way up from the sweeper spot. I got a sneaky suspicion we might be seeing more of that as this game goes on, and especially if Edwardsville stays down. Here comes the Malachi crunch. Bam!
I love it. Let's go back to live action with the direct kick coming here. Dice starts to cut across, but this one again, right on, but off.
Zach Evans is their free kick specialist, it looks like. And like I said, a lot of guys might have a tendency to overstrike that ball, and he's looking to curl it in. That one went wide. Well, he's been the offense as far as creating it for Fremd, Christian Lantin.
You see your time. Under 29 minutes. Score remains the same. We're looking at Giannoni. Giannoni for Fremd tries to play it up to Lantin. He's got 3 defenders to beat. There's one. Lantin now plays it down the left wing to Latrenta, and Latrenta has it taken away nicely by Ryan Luckett. Luckett not playing like a freshman, has been in there all game. He, as you mentioned, Ed, the replacement for Josh Haynes, who himself is a sophomore.
You know what, Mike, on that ball to play to Lantine, Edwardsville did a great job defensively to get over there and double team him, but once the two players got into the area where the ball is, they failed to converge and make a tackle there, and they backed off and allowed Lantine to turn and face goal and to do something dangerous. Well, once they get over there and put the vice on them, they need to close it down, and somebody needs to go in and make a tackle there.
Here's Scott Bush, who's just come in, and this ball will go off Michael Rose, and it'll be the first official corner kick, and Bush will take it. Again, Bush has been injured, has had a couple of key plays, including a penalty kick goal to win an important playoff game, and now he's got a chance here to make something happen and try to pad the lead for Fremd. Swings it in, and cutting across, but just missing is Latrenta on the header.
Latrenta, an excellent player in the air. He's feeling that one. Maybe when it gets this cold out, the ball, especially when it's driven like that.
Latrenta, a couple of goals in the semi against Boylan. 17 on the season before tonight. He's got one this evening. And again, Melendez coming through. Headed away by the defense. One more time. Fremd trying to mount an offense here, and we got a foul. It's going to go against Edwardsville.
Tigers, direct kick for the Vikings.
Looks like LaRose was called. There's a look at Matsui. Tamano sent it in. Back it comes, and Fremd again to Tamano. Fremd across. This is Lantine. He's got Latrenta in the middle. If he can work his magic. Look, being marked by two defenders.
You know what, Mike, there's another situation where you got two defenders there, and nobody's going in to make a tackle. The second defender was about a yard behind the first guy, and he needs to get in and close him down and prevent him from doing anything. They still got the ball out of bounds and corner kick out of it.
Tamano lets it swing out now, headed in, and on goal, Lantine got a head on it. But not a tough chance for Evers, because he had good vision. Nobody screened him.
Well, we talked that we're going to get a chance to see two excellent goalkeepers tonight. Neither one of them has had a chance to strut their stuff. That's a poke there, boy.
Thank God. That was about a 70-yard punt right there.
I think well struck would apply.
Yeah. Dice. That's it. Marinelli fighting it for it for Fremd. This is LaRose. We get a whistle. And the foul will go against Edwardsville.
Once again, the feisty little Matt Monticello.
Yeah.
I like him back there.
Feisty little Matt Monticello. That's better than Tamano. Tamano, I love him, Tamano.
I'd say.
Let's leave that alone. Again, Edwardsville down a goal, looking for its first state championship. Played in by Burns. And Fremd with Trent on the takeaway. Nicely broken up once again by Alex Beish. And here coming up is Latrenta. Latrenta, he's got Bush on the wing, but nicely snuck by Corey Kuba. Makes the play. Luckett, the freshman. And Luckett goes to the middle, no one home.
A little bit of a panic there by Marinelli. Normally doesn't happen.
Good left foot to keep it in bounds, and Latrenta sends it back the wrong way. Luckett on the centering pass. Very nicely done. Good cross, but taken away again by Fremd. And Tamano now with the two strikers.
And it just kind of gave the ball away there. He had plenty of time to find one of his teammates.
Bratsos, nice play here, taking the ball away from Luckett.
Ryan threw an elbow at him.
Well, it was a good play by Bratsos. Now he's going to get a chance to trigger some offense here.
Frago's going to talk to Ryan Luckett there. Watch this elbow that came across.
1, 2, and a little mug right there. Didn't card him.
Got a couple of words from Frank Frago.
Tamano again with Kremelmeyer. And down goes Tamano at the hands of Zach Evans. This will be a foul.
It's been a familiar position for Tamano, but he's got great acceleration. Actually draws in the defender, and then that burst away from him. Good move there, Deke, and Zach just couldn't keep up with him.
Tamano booms it straight on.
Oh, boy. What a
Tamano just caught everyone napping, but I don't know what Evers could do with that, even if he had had a step ladder. Just a beautiful strike, right-footed bang, top shelf right, and a big insurance goal at exactly 23 minutes left. So at 57 minutes, a big insurance goal for Fremd.
This is just
Fremd's
beautiful. Watch
Tamano,
it.
his 13th of the season.
Well, first of all, the wall wasn't set properly, but even if it was, that thing's a postage stamp. That's in the upper corner. No chance for Evers. Wall was moving when Tamano was coming forward to strike it, but that is as good as you can hit a ball right there, and perfectly placed. What a goal.
Exactly 57 minutes. 13th goal of the season for John Tamano. It's 2-0 Fremd high. And here comes Beish trying to make something happen now for Edwardsville.
Let's see if the Tigers start committing more players to the offensive third of the field.
Bush clears once again for Fremd. And coming through, Edwardsville tries to get something going down the left wing over to Burns, but it is too far. Over the touchline, we'll take a break. 22:12 to go. Clock is running, so will we, but we'll be back. Welcome back to St. Charles. Mike Liederman, Ed Vicinic, Scott Bush on a break. Nicely broken up by Leifritz for Edwardsville. 2-0 Fremd with a goal just moments ago. And here comes Bush again. Beish marking him. Sends across to Lantin. A little miscommunication there, and the ball is cleared by Edwardsville. Well, that second goal certainly changes the complexion of things, no doubt. Edwardsville has got to come out, got to attack. And here comes Fremd again. Leifritz been all over the field, especially in the second half. Zach Evans now. Evans and DeMar is going at it. 21 minutes, you see, ticking down. That's what's left in regulation. Big 2-0 lead for Fremd High School now. And geez, moments ago when Kopinski came out, he has not been back. Kopinski has been their hot man in the tournament with 3 goals.
Looks like both of those guys are warming up over there again to get back into the lineup. This Justin Honeyke, as well, who hasn't been in for a while.
Luckett, who's been in the whole game. There's the freshman. Take it away by Bush, and Fremd killing some time, getting on the attack again.
John Tamano's really put his stamp on this game. Almost every ball coming up the field has gone through him at least once.
And once again, Kopinski will re-enter with half the second half gone.
And guess who's there to greet him? Hi, my name's Chris Marinelli. I'll be marking you today.
Yes. I'll be your marker. Don't forget to try the video.
I'm surprised Chris wasn't sitting next to him on the bench.
Oh, no. Well, they didn't assign anybody specifically to Derek Shanahan of St. Charles when Edwardsville played them. They really played man-on-man marking, and
Going for the Vikings.
they really did a good job. Shanahan was really held in check in that semifinal.
I think it's a little bit harder to mark a midfielder like that. Somebody like Derek who's all over the field. And you can do that as a group a little bit better. You know, with Marinelli forward, dealing with Kopinski now, you're in more of a condensed area. You don't have to chase him all over the field.
Clock in the right-hand, well, no, that's the right-hand part of the left-hand corner, I guess. That is the official time. And I don't know about you, Ed. I think that's a darn good rule that should be used in all soccer. Keep the time officially so everybody can see it.
I'm with you.
The concept of extra time just confuses so many young fans, especially. I didn't know if you were with me on that one or not, Ed.
I know what you're talking about. You know, prior to the clock on up on the scoreboard, it's kept by the official, and the official always has jurisdiction over when the clock is stopped or whatnot. And sometimes he can add time if he feels that the team is wasting or there's injury time, whatever.
And it really has often no bearing to the time that's on the field. Meanwhile, if you love football, oh, we've got plenty. We're going to be down in beautiful Bloomington Normal come Thanksgiving weekend. Starting on Friday, 10 a.m. the Class 1A. We'll bring you 4 games on Friday, 2 on Sports Channel, 2 on Plus, and then Saturday the 5A and 6A championships right here on Sports Channel. And let me tell you, that is one fun weekend.
Now the Tigers had a chance right there. A little bit of a mix-up in front of the Viking goal.
Throwing for the Tigers.
Doug Warren was there. So was his defense.
They're trying to move LaRosa Kopinski up front. Let's see what happens for Edwardsville here. Bache now tries to play it up to Kopinski. Kopinski, a sea of white around him, and once again broken up. Brazos, and he is taken away nicely by Evans. Nice play over there by Leifritz and sent across the goal line. Will be a goal kick. Mike Liederman, Ed Vicinic with you. Hope you're enjoying this. Part of our continuing Sports Channel IHSA coverage. We've had it for years. We're going to keep it going. And we look forward to bringing you lots of IHSA action through the fall and winter seasons. Warren puts his toe in. And now time approaching the 16-minute mark. We get another whistle, be a foul.
Handball called against the Tigers.
This time it's a handball called against Edwardsville.
Haneke just slapped that one down here at watch.
No.
That's one way to get past.
Just another one. I think the listing of 5'11", 180 is a bit light.
Well, for the most part,
nice play across field. I'm sorry, Ed. Nice play across the field. Melendez. He's got Giannoni with him.
For the most part, really, Fremd has just been attacking with Lantine up front as a single striker, and then Latrenta has been withdrawn off of him. And I think what Edwardsville can do is, you know, mark him with one guy, have a sweeper back up there, but start moving your outside backs more into the attack. I mean, it's chancy, yeah, but you got 15 minutes on the clock, you're down 2 goals, and you haven't created a whole lot.
Things starting to get a little rough in the trenches here as Zach Evans.
Those 2 guys have been fun to watch.
Yeah. Melendez. This time that one intended for Giannoni, and it will be a throw-in for Deist and Edwardsville. Tigers got to get something going here. Nice play going around by Haneke. And here is DeMars. Avoids Kopinski. Once again, they look for Kyle. Coming away from the goal area with Doug Warren. Didn't exactly get all the foot he wanted into that.
Good work by Luckett over there.
Fouled again.
Holding called against the Vikings. Direct kick for the Tigers.
Edwardsville's Tigers will try to get something going. Under 15 minutes now. Second half. There's the big score. Goal in each half for Fremd. Chipped up again, looking for the middle. Nothing doing. Broken up nicely by Matthew Monticello. Brazos looking. Nice play on the defense. It looks like Kuba kept it away from Lantine.
Good ball.
And this one goes all the way through. A little miscommunication on the Fremd side. DeMars chasing after Luckett. And Haneke on goal, but no challenge.
They got a ball through the defense over there, but DeMars was able to track down Luckett. We've got a shoe that needs to be tied. So Rego's going to stop the clock and allow Doug Warren to lace up the boots.
6-foot junior. While he ties, we'll tell you, fans, the only place for complete local and national sports news coverage is right here. Fox Sports News, the latest updates, and taking you to arenas across the country twice a night. On weeknights at 7, guess who's back? Yes, there he is, Chet Kopic, bringing you the game room. The fastest half-hour sports on television, not to mention the best suspenders. Top-notch news coverage every night, right here on Sports Channel. I talked to Chet, you know, he's gotten taller since he's been away. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. I love to see that promo that we do on Sports Channel where they wheel the gurney and there's Chet popping up from under the sheets. Oh my.
The undead.
Ah, yeah. Tune in the game room. It's a lot of fun. Chet, Norm, Dave, Otto. Who else? I heard Doug Buffon the other night.
What's that one line from Halloween? You can't kill the boogeyman.
Come on. You know Chet's watching. Here we're 2-0. Fremd High School. Edwardsville has not had much on the offensive end. And if they don't do it now, time is wasting. LaRose coming across. Beish. Up to Dice. Tries to play it.
Monticello again.
Monticello breaks it up.
Throwing for the Tigers.
Looking for Haneke.
Tireless worker on defense.
You know, but again, that was one of the rare combinations we've seen from this team. You know, nice. Throw in the middle, in front, and over, and with absolutely the best opportunity they had all night. Kupinski had the ball right in front of him, and Kyle is down. So's Doug Warren. And Kupinski.
He got converged on, but that was one of the few times there. It was LaRose winning the ball in the air. Kupinski slit the defense there, and
got submarined actually by looked like DeMars. It was not intentional. It's almost like a hurdle. DeMars 5'5" is about a foot shorter than Kupinski.
Well, in addition to those defenders converging quickly, they also had Doug Warren coming off of his line, but that's something that Edwardsville hasn't had a chance to use to their advantage, is their height advantage. And LaRose got a head on it and created an opportunity for Kupinski there.
That was an outstanding opportunity, and there is still time left. 11:45.
Good move.
And here's Dice. Gets around his man Giannone. Dice now with Melendez marking him. And Fremd takes it away, but a good move by Dice. We've seen some offensive life now from Edwardsville. Tamano coming through. Beautiful breakout here. He's got Lantine. Lantine the one touch, but a little too short. Leifritz was there.
There was more room now in the defensive third of Edwardsville because they were starting to commit guys forward. And Fremd was unable to string the passes together that they needed to create a chance to goal. But there's going to be more of those chances, I would imagine, in the last 10 minutes.
The Grave and Marinelli are really feeling the pressure back there on the
Tigers.
On the back line. They've been equal to the task. Under 11 minutes now. 2-0 Fremd, and sliding tackle.
Usually Lantine's on the other end of those things. He got a chance to get his own licks in.
Coming for Edwardsville, and it looks like Matsui got right in there. Nice play, a nice play by the defense, taken away again. It is by Fremd. Leifritz was there. There he is again. This is Haneke rather. On the move. Got some room on goal, but again, not much steam.
He tried to hit that with the outside of his right foot. Didn't get much on it at all. But he created something for himself there.
Well, we've seen it maybe too little too late, but it's interesting now. Edwardsville trying to create some offense. Evans taken right away. Melendez of Fremd sends it up the right side. Here's Lantine. Boy, you watch the way he dribbles and the control he has.
That's a tough ball to handle out of the air. Good look at Christian. Came around it, controlled it well.
22, Louis
He's got
Latrenta
that
re-enters the
namesake
lineup for the Vikings.
headband, you know, the Christian Leitner type. There you go. And quickly the official calls over the
Holding called
touchline.
against the Tigers, direct kick for the Vikings.
Actually, it was a handball, so it'll be a direct kick for Fremd.
Let's see what John Tamano does. They're just going to play short and get it in gear. They're going to strike it across.
Tamano, we know about his foot. Floats this one up. It's on goal. Easy play from Matt Evers.
Something happened over there. I don't know exactly what it was, but the ball was going to be, maybe he took too much time with it.
Frank Rego, the lead official, man in the middle. Boy, Frank's been around soccer a long time. Pace slowing a bit here as we go under 9 minutes. Luckett can't keep it in.
Throwing for the Vikings.
And Brian Matsui plays it in. Tamano. Brazos. All right, they've got something going here, but down went Tamano. Lantine can't quite meet it, and a nice one-touch by Kopinski. Here comes Edwardsville. A nice move by Zach Evans. Got a man on the left.
Luckett.
Brian Luckett slows it up, still in control. Plays it back out under 8 minutes to go. 2-0 Fremd. That would be a throw-in. Here's McCoy Salentic. Isaac McCoy Salentic.
Good work staying on that.
Trying to back foot it. Nice play. Melendez in there, and looked like Kopinski just missed.
Kopinski
Good
is hurt.
open look.
He did something to his leg, maybe a Charlie horse, and he's definitely dragging it, but he was still able to snap off that shot that just went wide. And it was all created out of some possession. Good back heel from Haneke there, and watch the fight from Kopinski to get on it.
Probably the top of the thigh.
Corner kick was headed out by Fremd.
Going in. Again, an opportunity for Edwardsville. They can't capitalize, and out it comes. Edwardsville bringing men up now. And the Tigers trying to move a little too far for Deist. He may have been, he was onside. Yes, he was. Doug Warren finishing up another all-state season, and this one looks more and more like it's going to include a state title. Tamano and LaRose, and Tamano wins it. And right in the smackaroo is life.
They're going to call a foul against Tamano, saying he didn't play the ball, but I'm just going to say, man, you don't have to be big if you're strong on the ball, and Tamano is definitely that.
I don't know if Tamano knows where he is at this point.
I'm Batman.
6 minutes to go. We'll take a break. 2-0 Fremd. Back to St. Charles, the Class AA State Soccer Championship, the first year of the A and AA split. Fremd High School in the white, leading 2-0, 5.5 minutes to go. Edwardsville trying to mount an offense, and Fremd continues to frustrate the Tigers. Giannone plays it into Tamano. Tamano trying to get around Deist and Haneke. Into LaRose, but it's broken up by Fremd. They've got a nice move here. Latrenta looking for Lantine, broken up by the defense. And back it comes. Good opportunity there.
Brazos had a nice quick sprint to the ball, and the ball he played to Latrenta was a little bit behind Lewis, and had he got it into space, Latrenta would have been going off 1-on-1 against Matt Evers, but he had to stop it and get the ball, and then flicked it across, never made it to Lantine.
Well, Fremd was very careful. They didn't want to play the ball in the air very much because of the big guys on the other side. Now, though, they show they have a lot of control over what they're doing. Fremd trying to play it back in now as we go to 4.5 minutes left in regulation.
But you know what, Mike? For the most part, the balls in the air tonight have been won by Fremd.
Starting with that first header that went for a goal.
I mean, even out of when Fremd is defending, a lot of balls they're getting sent in are won by the little guys in white. Just a little bit quicker to the ball.
Sent up. Tried a bicycle kick. And we get a whistle. It looks like a foul against, let's see who was in there. It was Lantine tried the old Pele bicycle. Another foul. That looks like Corey Kuba.
Dangerous play.
Oh, yeah, definitely a dangerous play. That's Kuba number 20. Offside. Lantine ended up much the worse for that. And they call an offside here. That whole play wasn't going anywhere. 3.5 minutes to go.
Offside called against the Vikings. Indirect kick for the Tigers.
Edwardsville is going to do something. It's got to be quickly.
They trail 2-0. Latrenta goal in the first half at 7:15. Tamano at 57 minutes with a bullet to make it 2-0. They come up to the 3-minute mark. Base trying to play it to the middle to Kopinski, and Kopinski is barely moving. Really aching. Coming in quickly, but not moving enough. It looked like it was Lightford's, actually.
Throwing for the Tigers.
It was McCoy Salentic. Check it.
So now, right now, Edwardsville's got two defenders standing back at the half line near Lantine that are marking nobody. You got to get those guys up in the attack somehow.
There's one of them. Coming up and sending a good ball.
Good. Oh.
Zach shoots one, and Evans
Wide goal kick for the Vikings.
did the turn and took the kick with a beautiful entry pass.
You know what, Mark Schwarzkopf, the coach of the Tigers, told me that Zach Evans really has great vision, and you could see, I mean, he looks up, he sees where he wants to place the ball, just tried to chip it far corner and just missed the net, but he had the idea of what to do. We got a new goalie there.
Looks like Christopher Russo. Chris Russo is going in. Doug Warren is coming out. A very confident move here by Jerry Pignani.
Russo, the senior, getting in a little bit in the state championship game.
That's all well and good. There's a chance for him. Final 90 seconds, and looks like Todd Laurel, number 18, is in for Fremd. Another senior who has been injured. Give him some time. And the crowd for both teams realizes, as they say, it's just about over. Edwardsville cheerleaders trying to get something going. Fremd just trying to stay out of trouble at this point.
For the Vikings.
There's a look at the bench. 1 minute to go. Fremd a minute away from a title. And this is Andrei Strilchuk for Fremd. Strilchuk, 6'1", senior. He gets some time. Clock ticking down. Edwardsville trying to put something on the board. There's Jerry Pignani, Gerardo Pignani, about to lock up his second state title in an 18-year career.
Last one coming in 1984, a game that went 8 overtime.
Yeah, that's the thing. As tough as this one was, I'm sure it was right on. And to the right, off the foot of Kopinski. And the final 10 seconds. Yeah, 8 overtimes back then. And then it was settled on penalty kicks. This one will go into the books for Fremd. They are the champions by a count of 2-0. That's it. Everybody's cheering on the green and white side. And we have a new state champion. The Vikings of Fremd High, and they do it 2-0 over the Tigers of Edwardsville.
Well, there's the other side of the story.
They gave it their best shot. Came up here, nobody knew who they were. They do now. They're a finalist, but they're your champions right there. Gerardo Pagnani and the Fremd Vikings of Palatine.
Well, they got a great team effort tonight, especially defensively, and their defense, those guys in back have carried them through this entire tournament. But three guys that stand out for me tonight, Matt Monticello, as well as John Tamano and Christian Lantin, right up the gut. The guys in the middle feel very happy.
There's Jerry, yeah. He's having a good time. We'll take a break and we'll come back. Lots of trophies and medals to give away. Well, that's the story here from St. Charles, the Palatine Vikings of Fremd, or the Fremd Vikings of Palatine. There is Coach Gerardo Pagnani as the team gets its first place medallions.
Chris Russo.
Goalkeepers, Doug Warren and Chris Russo.
Warren.
There's Doug Warren. The two of them combined to pitch the shutout tonight. H. David Fry, the Executive Director of the Illinois High School Association. David doing the honors to the Vikings of Fremd. And boy, it's quite a road for them. And it started early with our Pepsi play of the game. It came at 7:15, the 8th minute of the first half, with Lantin.
Base just was unable to get the ball out of there, and Christian Lantin got on the ball quickly, and his running mate over on the far stick, Lula Trenta, connects on the backside. Matt Evers had no chance from that close. That was the winning goal right there, and Fremd did a great job of holding on to that lead, then added an insurance goal by number 17 right there.
There he is, yeah. John Tamano with a bullet in the upper right corner in the second half. And that was, as they say, all they needed. Edwardsville, a team nobody knew very much about, certainly shocked St. Charles, the pre-tournament favorite. As you look at the final statistics, and again, the shots on goal and the fouls pretty even, but very little offense coming from the Tigers of Edwardsville. They try to do it with their big guys, and you know, maybe 3 games in 2 nights, or more than they could handle. So as the medals are being handed out, we'll be back to wrap things up with a final word from St. Charles.
Here at Dick Post.
Well, the first-class AA soccer championship comes to a close with the Vikings of Palatine Fremd, the state champions, 2-0 over Edwardsville. Our next IHSA championship event on Sports Channel will feature the cross-country and girls volleyball championships next weekend on Saturday and Sunday. Once again, our congratulations to Fremd High School, the AA soccer champions in the state of Illinois for 1997.
You're the champ.
Yes, they are. This game has been produced and directed by Greg Bowman. Graphics producer Bart Fox. Facilities provided by Trio Video of Chicago. A special thanks to Wayne DeMar, athletic director, and all the folks at St. Charles High School. For Ed Vasinic, I'm Mike Lederman saying so long, and stay tuned to Sports Channel, the only channel you'll need for complete high school championship coverage. The preceding has been an exclusive co-production of Sports Channel and Intersport Television. So long, everybody.